Hey guys, this is Denny.
And this is James from TeaDB.org, bringing you episode number 14. And today we're going to be reviewing another oolong from Tea from Taiwan, fresh spring harvest.
Cool. So this is called the Four Seasons.
Yep.
And it's looking gorgeous. Small, nice little rolled up leaves here. How much tea do we have?
Yeah, so I think all the tea from Taiwan samples are about 7 grams. And they offer these kind of great sample packs, and they were nice enough to send us literally every single one of their sample packs, and they offer 4 different ones. So it's a great way to kind of try the different types of tea from Taiwan and see what you like.
Fantastic deal. Go ahead and try it. Great little, easy way to introduce yourself to some great tea. So we're going to just do normal sort of semi-oxidized, lighter, greener oolong brewing parameters. So
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. And I know that this particular Four Seasons was actually harvested from the Alishan Mountain, which I think is a little bit rare. I think normally they're harvested from Nantou, which is kind of more towards Dongding and that sort of thing. But I'm excited to try it.
So we're just going to do a quick rinse for those of you who have never seen us make tea before, for oolongs at least.
Yep.
Do a quick rinse, just because this is a processed plant. Some of them do have pesticides.
As well as to preheat all of our teaware.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing this will do is kind of just lightly open up our tea.
Oh my goodness.
Let me smell that.
Oof. I'm getting like cinnamon cookies and like weird.
Yeah, it's actually quite different. We just tasted the Da Yuling in episode number 13, and the smell from this is much, much different. So I'm excited to taste it.
Raisin oatmeal cookies is what I'm getting out of this. This is a weird thing to say, but...
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally still there. Smell this. Smell it. Let's drink this stuff. I'm excited already. Huh.
I actually get that. It's hard to unsmell that.
Yeah, but it's like, don't think of a purple elephant. Okay, let's drink.
Okay.
So we're going to do 30 seconds, slightly under boiling, and 30 seconds is a loose measurement because we're not actually measuring that, but as we did talk about on episode
12.
12?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Yep.
This is going to be, so this is from the Alishan Mountain, so we're still doing fairly high Taiwanese, high elevation.
Yeah, and I don't know where it is from in the Alishan Mountain.
Right, exactly.
And this particular varietal is not like the super high mountain varietal, so my guess is it'd be somewhere not near the peak of Alishan and maybe somewhere in the middle. But nevertheless, I wonder if we'll get some of that high mountain creaminess that we're kind of familiar with from the Alishan Mountain.
Interesting. And do you know, James, where the Four Seasons name originates or comes from?
You know, I don't really know. And I do know it's kind of a newer varietal of tea through Taiwan. And this is a more vivid yellow color, and the leaves are still not totally unfurled. More vivid yellow than we were getting kind of from our Da Yuling tea.
Much higher on the aroma, for sure. And yeah, absolutely. The saturation of the color is more pronounced.
Yep. Okay, I'm getting a lot of fruitiness.
Little bitterness on the front of it.
Yeah. Not too much of that high mountain, super sweet flavor. At least not quite yet in this steeping.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm getting.
It's got a strong flavor to it, though.
Like golden raisins, sort of. Much less so. Things that it doesn't taste like. It doesn't have that chocolatey.
No.
It's not super floral. It's not super mineral-y. This is very interesting. I'm kind of having a hard time placing it. Get the little bit of the sweetness from the same way that sort of cinnamon has a sweetness to it. Maybe.
But it's much fainter than the high mountain versions. Yeah, this is interesting. It actually, yeah, I'm getting pretty strong fruity notes from it. I don't know. Huh.
I think that the form of it is a little bit short, so...
yeah, it doesn't have that lingering taste in your mouth, or the strong mouthfeel that we got from the Doggyling. But it's still giving out quite a bit of flavor.
Yeah, oh no, it's quite flavorful.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's probably, for the first steeping, I'm surprised at how flavorful it is, and like you mentioned, the leaves have not even quite opened up all the way yet, so let's give it another go.
Yeah, totally. So... I'm going to go maybe for 40 seconds on the steeping. Just make sure these leaves get all the way unrolled. But I'm excited to see what this tastes like. And so, this tea is much, much more affordable than, for instance, the Doggyling. And so Tea from Taiwan sells you teas either in kind of these small sample packs or in 75-gram quantities. So the Doggyling was $46 for 75 grams. Super premium, super high-quality mountain, super good tea. I'd recommend it if you have that kind of money to spend on a tea. This, on the other hand, is $13 for 75 grams of tea. So a much, much more affordable option, and maybe you don't appreciate the nuances of a Doggyling quite yet. So I'd recommend this tea maybe for beginners if you kind of like the flavor profiles that Denny and I are describing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still great. And some things that are a little bit different, for instance, are the quality of the leaves themselves. You're seeing a lot more stem in here, a lot more of partially rolled up leaves that have been then sort of shattered. So the processing is not quite as high quality in the sense that individual pearls aren't chosen to be added to the package. But that being said, I mean, the flavor still holds. The aroma is fantastic.
Yep. And if you want a nice, cheap, everyday tea that's going to do you wonders, well, not do you wonders, but just be there for you when you need it, it's a good tea.
It's very interesting.
Ooh. I'm definitely picking up on more kind of astringency, even more so than the first steeping, especially, like you said, kind of on the front end. I would like to experiment with this tea, brewing it at perhaps lower temperatures.
Yeah, I totally
feel like
think so.
we perhaps overdid it a little bit. It may not have the same robustness as like a more premium tea like the Doggyling. Brewing teas at higher temperatures is a good way to kind of test their limits to see when it does in fact go bitter and astringent. And I feel like we may have done this with this particular tea. The fact that it's not super premium indicates that it might be a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more delicate to the brewing parameters.
Really wonderful, though, I have to say. I'm surprised. This is interesting. There's this, it's hard to place for some reason, but I am getting this, like, cinnamon, sugar, like, flavor out of this. And it's kind of confusing me. It's kind of confusing me because I've never had a tea that tastes like this before. It absolutely is not flavored, so it's not. There's no additive or anything like that. It's just the leaves. But
the mouthfeel is lingering for me a little bit more in the steeping too, kind of on the top, the roof of my mouth.
Interesting. One thing you can do when you're using this much tea to the Gaiwan ratio, and let's keep on pouring here, is that you'll, depending on the volume of the Gaiwan, the amount of tea that you use, the Gaiwan will either get full and even compact with the expanding tea leaves or not. If it does get so full and compact with the expanding tea leaves, a trick you can do is halfway through your brewing, let's say on brew number 4 maybe or 5, just pull the leaves out. You can use the top of the Gaiwan and just switch it and then just throw them back in and having them upside down. And you'll get those bottom leaves that might not have been exposed to much surface area, fluff up the leaves a little bit more, and then you can compact them down again with the top of the Gaiwan lid. And it really will, especially on sort of that 5th steeping, refresh the brew.
Definitely, especially if you're drinking kind of a premium tea like the Doggyling, where maybe you don't have a ton of dialing, and you definitely don't want to waste it.
Mm-hmm.
Great way to extend your session, get a few more steeps out of it for like a super delicious tea.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This is quite nice. This tastes like a wintertime tea to me. I think I would be cold, it's snowy outside, or in Seattle, it's raining.
Well, luckily right now we have sunny skies.
Gorgeous
out there. But I think this tea kind of just goes to highlight the different contrasts that you can have in Taiwan. I know that Denny and I sometimes get a little bit sidetracked with all the high mountain teas because we're after the camera stopped rolling, we were comparing the Dayuling to Lishan and Alishan, and they're very, very similar. But this, on the other hand, is so different, and it's nice to get that sort of variety. I'd have to say that I kind of prefer the high mountain teas over something like this, but this is a wonderful kind of contrast, and I would totally drink this every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
You should visit TeaDB.org, where we reviewed a number of different Taiwanese oolongs, as well as oolongs, so you can find out more about the Four Seasons and other different oolongs from Taiwan. As well as find out different vendors that sell this. You should also visit Tea from Taiwan if you're specifically interested in purchasing this tea. I totally recommend it as a daily drinking sort of thing. You can buy it for incredible prices, really, like $13 for 75 grams. It's a great way to kind of break into tea, get a lot of different repetitions on a tea like this.
Fantastic. So thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you guys next week for more tea tastings. Cheers.
Thanks for watching, guys.